What is going on, everybody, and welcome back. We're here on the free-to-play account, The Road to Max Rank, and we are doing the news for the new Global Dokkan campaign 2025. Now, part one. Very exciting, very exciting. The theme is future, as everybody knows, and everybody is very excited for both the Carnival and the Dokkan Fest LRs. Very, very, very exciting. A whole bunch of stuff, a whole bunch of characters are released. A lot of stuff to talk about, a lot of stuff to go over. We'll go over that here very, very quickly here. So yeah, this is replacing, from what we know, this is replacing the worldwide celebration. This is basically the worldwide celebration, right? But it's just moved and like fused with Tatabata. But we're gonna get something separate as a joint thing for Tatabata later. How that all gonna work, we'll see how that all plays out. At least how they showed when they were announcing the characters and releasing the information. That is like what we know, right? So very exciting for the future for sure. And who knows? Who knows, man? But other than that, let's go ahead and jump right in. Very, very awesome. This would be the time around, obviously, that the global anniversary would happen, right? This is when we would get the 10th, but we're fused now. So it's no pun intended. You know what I'm saying? All right, so we get a whole bunch of stuff. We go wallpaper, tickets, growth keys. Now, the growth keys and the growth tab are like crazy good. You can do old link level guarantee stages. You know what I mean? So it's expensive on the growth key things, but you can do them if you've stocked up a bunch of growth keys or if you want to get some link leveling and stuff like that. It's completely up to you. But that is available in the growth tab. I don't remember when they implemented that, but it's still very nice. Obviously, I have to play with no music, and you just have to listen to me because I'll get copyright, I'll get in trouble, right? Obviously, there's a movie, the login, special missions, all that stuff. The banners are live right now, which is very interesting. But nonetheless, dude, they're out. Both banners look ridiculously good. Both characters look absolutely insane. The banners are obviously the best. The 10th anniversary cards have returned, which is very, very awesome. Pretty soon, which is really cool. And what else? There is some premium stuff, and we'll talk about that here in a second. There are obviously packs and stuff for both banners, new Dokkan Fest stage, all that stuff, Dokkan supporting, campaign stuff, EZA campaign stuff, super sales, and this is where the premium stuff. I don't know if I'll do a separate video or if I'll just talk about it here, but I think it boils, if you do spend money on the game, like you buy the discounts and you spend money on like the ticket stuff, and you do the the premium stones to get like featured LR cards, like top tier cards. Like you have to pay for it, but you get the card no matter what, fully awakened and everything. Is it worth for the price point? In my opinion, if you do spend money on the game, it does, because you also get a lot of stones on the side, plus the premium dragon stone. So if you do spend money on the game, and if you were thinking about it, this would be kind of a good time if you want to throw a little bit of money. But you should never do it. I know I'm contradicting myself, but again, this is a gacha game. But if you do, this is a good time. There's huge discounts, a lot of bang for your buck kind of a thing, right? Obviously, this goes in right here. And then same thing, it's just a smaller currency for like the URs and stuff, like the TURs and stuff like that. This one, though, this Shenron is crazy. It's a login thing similar to other special login stuff we've got. But, dude, Shenron gives out Kais. It's only a super lucky and an ultra super lucky rewards. And both are really good. One gives you Elder Kais and more stones and a bunch of other stuff. The regular one, or I guess the super lucky one, gives you dozing Kais and a whole bunch of other stuff. So, but you still get good stuff out of this, right? Which is kind of ridiculous. Which is pretty crazy. It's only like limited time. It's only like on the weekends. But still, I think this is so much better than the other one, because you're just guaranteed the crazy good rewards instead of a bunch of little basic ones, right? let me know, right? Obviously, the global ticket, the global ticket, the global coin, and this gives you a bunch of other like currencies and stuff. Not currencies, but like characters and stuff you can buy in the Baba shop. You will be able to earn this, and I believe we've gotten some of these over the little bit, but nonetheless, you know, characters in there. You should definitely go off of stuff you do not have, and we'll look at this coin and those and all the premium stuff here in a second. I didn't buy anything on my free-to-play account, but I have stuff on my main account, and I'll talk about that later. There's a survey, the Dokkan chances. So I believe it was 3 and 7 won. Everybody assumed and everybody was guessing that 7 was 100% gonna win, right? And I mean, you know what I mean? It kind of makes total sense, and everything else was just random. So you did go all in on 7, that you got a lot of rewards. If you didn't and you got one of each like I did, then your rewards are all over the place. But still. And then obviously the collecting campaign. A new challenge event, dude. This is crazy. Oh man, I gotta go ahead and do this. And then a new special event. So this special event, I believe if I pull it up, I mean you won't see it, but if I go on the Dokkan wiki, it spawns a bunch of characters. A bunch of clone Goku Blacks when Goku Black does the rift, and it's basically like the Middle Cool Army. It's literally exactly the same when it comes to a free to play team. So this is kind of cool. This is very, very cool. I'm very excited how this team is going to be utilized, because it's a full team of the clone Goku Blacks. I was not expecting this. This is good for like new players and stuff. This is very, very good. Obviously, new stages for all, you know, super serious battle, the extra missions, showdown stuff, very, very nice. Obviously, we're super easying LR Zamasu Goku. He's not in the data just yet, but you know, oh no, he is. I thought he wasn't. Oh, dude, he looks nasty, bro. I saw his details, but I didn't. Oh, dude, they threw him in here. All right, so he's available. That's pretty cool. All right, new challenge, new stages added for the Divine. That's pretty cool. I hope they do more missions for these, you know, revert. And obviously, everybody's freaking out. Everybody anticipated that these two might get the Super Easy A, but this is pretty cool that they're getting it like immediately, right? Which is pretty dope. Goku Black and, you know, the OG Fizz Vegito. Both of these guys, when they first released, they were really good. When they got their Easy A's, they were pretty good at the time. And now they're Super Easy A's. I will say this, they look ridiculous. Obviously, what you expect out of Super Easy A's for these celebrations, right? You know, Vegito looks absolutely crazy, and Rose looks really good as well. Though him having the damage reduction within the turn is kind of lame, but that's besides the point. Still, pretty crazy character overall, and he obviously works ridiculously well with the new card, the new free-to-play stuff, and his own team. That's what you have to look at, right? Who knows if we'll get another Super Easy A of any of those old generation cards, or I mean, we could get the Super Easy A of Spirit Bomb Absorb Trunks. We could get that one as well. That is a very high possibility. The only reason I say that is because he does pop up in one of the in the Blue Goku and Vegeta active skill, right? So there's a good chance that he might Super Easy A during the celebration. But still, very good. Obviously, new Ultimate Clash. I got to do that sooner rather than later. These guys... Oh, their mission renewals are just being... Yeah, they're just being reset. I was going to say, wait, they're always been permanent. No, the missions have been renewed, which is really good. At least for these guys right here. That's really good. New challenge event. Obviously, team battle. All this stuff is from other stuff. And then, there we go. All right, so... A lot of stuff to look at, dude. Honestly, a lot of stuff to do. Obviously, this is part 1. Anticipation for part 2. Obviously, who knows, right? But focus on part 1. Get all your missions done. Do your challenge events. Do your summons. All that stuff is gonna be a lot of fun. I'll show off the banners real quick. Both banners look absolutely ridiculous. Obviously, for the scouters are on both banners. If you just do the 150 on each banner, you'll just get that. I don't know if it will extend past that. I'm pretty sure by the time I make this video, all this information is going to be, everybody's going to know how far that goes. But it's pretty cool, though. And they brought back the year 10s, dude. That is awesome. So if you didn't pull them then, you can pull them now, which is really cool. It's kind of weird. Oh, this is the Dokkan Fest, and then this is the Carnival. Yeah, that's right. Okay. I was like, why is both? Yeah, because they're just splitting it. So in part 2, we'll get what's it called? Yeah, in part 2, we'll get Vegito back, and then we have both Carnival LRs here. I'm curious, since both of these, both the part 1 and the part... No, that's right, we did 6 cards. Dude, I keep forgetting. I keep tripping hard that we got less cards. But no, it was 6 cards in total for the anniversary, which is wild. I completely forgot about that because I was like, what are they going to do for the part 2 Carnival LRs? I was like, oh, wait, there's still 2 other ones that are still yet to be featured. I completely forgot about that because it was 6. All right, but nonetheless, both banners looks absolutely ridiculous. And then we'll go over the premium stuff like super fast because it really, like, it's a very subjective thing. Like, I can sit here and say you should, no matter what, get Beast Gohan, right? But I think you should go off of what you don't have, right? Maybe some of the yellow coin stuff. This Fusion Zamasu is most likely going to get his Easy A here. Potentially his Easy A as well. Maybe some other Super Easy A's. But you should definitely go off stuff that you don't have. Popular and good choices would probably be the year 7s, but they've been around for a very, very long time. If you're a new player and you're spending money, summon on the banners first, and then maybe come back here. But, you know, these 2 are very good options. Grade A Vegeta is another good options. These 2 still need their Easy A, which I am assuming both of these guys are going to get their Easy A during their celebration. Huge possibility. These guys are on the banner, so don't worry about that. I mean, River, they suck, but I mean, if you don't have them, I guess there's that. And then obviously one of the top picks is Beast Gohan, and I would say Broly's still pretty good. He's just, you know, in comparison to a lot of other cards, he's a little bit underwhelmed, but he's still really good. I still like Broly. So I would say start with the year 7s if you don't have them, and then kind of work your way to like Beast Gohan. I guess there is also Namek Goku and Full Power Frieza, but it's kind of the same thing with the year 7s. They've been around so much, and they're going to be around a lot. So I wouldn't say wasting, but like using your Dragon Stone for them is kind of like not that great. But Beast Gohan would obviously be a really good popular choice, right? It's completely up to you though. And then for the TUR one, this one's interesting. Goku Black is available as the newest one. I was kind of hoping they would throw like Lord Slug in here maybe, or maybe like Fireworks Vegeta, maybe some more of the more recent stuff. But they really didn't. They kind of just stopped at Rose, which is kind of lame, but that's okay. I mean, Rose is a good choice, obviously, with the new LR and stuff like that. I still really like Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Hirudegan. That's subjective, obviously. The Easy A for Super Saiyan Goku and First Form Cell are out, which both make them both really good. Popular choices, obviously, like Boo and Super Saiyan 2 Goku. Obviously, very good characters. Count Caligula is very good. The GT Duo is very good. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta hasn't gotten his Easy A. So I guess it's a matter of time. Like literally everybody else has gotten here their Easy A, but that boy, man. But that boy. He is the only one that hasn't gotten it outside of obviously the duo, the Android Duo N21, and obviously the top 3. But if you keep going down the list, he's like the only non-Easy A character you can get here. This is hinting that the fact that people are saying that part 2 is going to be GT, which is interesting. But I don't know. Just because, like, oh, why would they put this guy here? I think it's because he came around the time like everybody else came out, right? Out of all these characters, right? Kind of in around the same length. Also, he's one of the oldest TURs that haven't gotten their Easy A, and he's in line for one. So I would say wait, but I mean, like I said before, pick out what you don't have first, and then like get dupes and stuff like that. But popular choices, if you want to choose the best, I would say these 2, and then maybe one of these 3. The only reason I say that is because, I mean, the GT Duo, man, but they've been around a long time, and they're always on dual Dokkan Fest banners or dual banners. They're always around. That's why I don't immediately go to them, because I'm trying to pick characters that may not be chosen off too often, but I guess these two as well. And the Hirudegan, man, I don't know. Maybe Rose. I mean, it's up to you. I would definitely go these two first, the GT Duo next, and then maybe these guys, and then maybe top 3. And then that's where I would be like, then after that, like, maybe fill in what you don't have. Yeah. And obviously there's the the Global Dragon Stone, which is very, very cool. I would say this, try to fill out old LRs that might super easy. Like, if you go all the way to the bottom, like, there's a whole bunch of old LRs at 20 that are fully awakened. You know, like, Int Goku Black's really good. The trio, Chilai and Lemmo, I think is still pretty good. I really like Spirit Bomb Absorbed Goku. The Android trio is really good. Super Saiyan Broly is really good for a bunch of events. There's definitely a lot here. But for Super Easy A's, I would say the next potential one is the duo right here, the Goku Black and Zamasu duo. I feel like they're going to get their Super Easy A next. There's a huge possibility that they will. It's almost like I'm assuming that they will, but still. Kind of go older to newest, unless you want some of the newer stuff. Or I guess you could pick up both, Super Saiyan Vegito, the Fizz and the AGO Rose as well, because they're getting their Super Easy A here in like a few days. And then the 120s will be at a later date. We still haven't gotten all these guys done yet. There's still a little bit here before we get to the 120s. But I mean, they have skipped before, so we'll see what happens, right? And then, I guess I was mistaking these when it comes to like the events, when it comes to like getting characters and stuff. But dude, there's a lot of Kais here, a lot of leveling orbs, right? For sure. And then after that, it really just kind of boils down to, orbs and stuff. But I've always said, and I've said it before, that if you want to get orbs, just use the burst coins to get your orbs, because what's it called? The exclusive category stuff, when it comes to this, isn't bad. And if you want something very specific, you can easily get it this way. But there's tons of events you can just grind for this stuff anyways. And you can use this currency to get as many orbs as you want in any way. And it's dirt cheap, right? It's dirt cheap to get a ton of orbs, right? And that's pretty much it. Oh, yeah, I have one of one. I have 1-1, so I got to turn in these tickets, but still. All right, so that's pretty much everything. Obviously, we went over everything. There's a whole bunch of missions and stuff left to do. Obviously, there's the panel missions we all have to get done and get it going. And there's obviously going to be tickets to summon for, similar to how they always done it for like the anniversary and stuff. Tickets that you can use for the banners to summon for the banners, right? All of them. That's what I'm assuming these tickets will be, right? Which is a good assumption. But we're 1,200 stones ready to go for both banners, which is going to be very exciting. I hope to pull them early, so that way I have stones for part 2. Because this is everything I got, bro. This is all I got. I got 1,200 stones, and I guess 30 extra stones from the raffle stuff, right? All right, so I'm out of here. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think of the celebration. Again, I'm sorry for no music, but it is what it is. I can't get in trouble. I can't get in trouble for that. So all right, I'm out of here. Hope you guys enjoyed. Good luck on your multis. I'll post my multis here very soon, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace. Take care.